Today we have with us Lisa Price. Lisa is the CEO and founder of Carol's Daughter. Lisa's here today to talk to us about the evolution of Carol's Daughter's channel strategy, from flea markets to the major retailers. Lisa, what was the biggest obstacle that you faced in launching this business, or any other time during your enterprise life?
Well, there are so many. You come across so many obstacles, and I think when you're initially in business, you have the feeling that you can avoid them. And if I just would have paid attention, then I wouldn't have had this problem. Or if I just would have looked over here, then it would have been okay. But being that I've done this for over 20 years, I've learned that you can't avoid the obstacles. They're going to happen. You know, we had an economic crisis, and people just didn't shop for Christmas in 2008? Christmas 2008, like people just were not in the stores. I couldn't do anything about that. I couldn't see that it was going to happen. I couldn't make them go to the store. So what I have to manage is how I react to it and what I let it do to me. And so I've learned that I can be my biggest obstacle. My worrying, my fear, my concerns, obsessing over something, or working so hard that I don't take care of myself, so then I'm not as effective as I should be because I'm tired, I'm sick, or whatever. So I chose to focus on me first and make sure that I am as balanced as I can be, that I get rest, that I'm healthy, and I don't let things consume me. I have to remind myself, this too shall pass. There's this big birthday book that we have in our house, and it says the mantra for May 18th, which is my birthday, is this too shall pass.
Oh, that's great.
And it's so true, because I'm always trying to fix it, and why did it happen, and if I'd just done this differently, I should have made a list, And you can't foresee everything, but you can control how you react to it. So I try to look at it that way. I mean, Carol's Daughter was acquired by L'Oreal in November of 2014. Huge accomplishment. I mean, starting
Absolutely.
in my kitchen, and the largest beauty company in the world buys me. And there was some negative feedback from our customers. Their concern is, it's still going to be the same. This big corporation bought my precious brand. And I could have let the negative let me spiral out of control, but I had to turn it around. So I probably spent 2 days of, why are they mad at me? And then I realized, wait, I can control this. I don't have to feel this way. I don't have to let it make me sad or make me upset. I'm letting it do it to me. So let's stop it. Let's get this in check and celebrate, because you did a really great thing. So yeah, I'm the biggest obstacle, and I just have to learn how to control me.
And you have to trust yourself more. There's
Absolutely.
2 things, right?
Absolutely.
If I was a brand new emerging company just about to start, and I'm ready to launch my next channel, what would you tell me?
Really understanding the channel that they're going into is important, and not just thinking about the first order. I remember getting ready to go into Sephora. You're pitching yourself, you're hoping that they're gonna like you, you wanna be accepted, and you get the first order, and it's the biggest order that you've ever had, and how are we gonna fill it? And there's all of this excitement, and naturally so, around this huge accomplishment, but it's a long-term relationship, and it's something that has to keep building and growing. Both of you have to grow, so it's not just the first order, it's the second, it's the third, it's the fourth, it's the 37th, it's the 92nd, if you're lucky. And if you go into it knowing that it's long-term, you'll be better prepared for the different challenges and things that are gonna come your way. A lot of times when you're a small entrepreneur, because I remember thinking this, and then you hear people say it, when you're not in distribution, there's this feeling of, well, once I get out there, you know, everybody's going to shop and everybody's going to buy me because I'm going to be in all of these Macy's doors or all of these Target doors. You still have to drive traffic to those places. It's not just enough to be there and poof, everybody's going to buy you. Or perhaps when you first go in, you do have that rush. Oh, wow, it's here. I can get it. Fantastic. And you have all these great sales. But then after you're there for a year, they're used to you being there.
Right.
So what are you going to do to add to that business? So just know that it's not just about the first order. It's not that initial wave. It can get rocky. It can get bumpy. And you have to be prepared for it. Just like when, you know, you decide to take on a life partner and you get married. The honeymoon's great, the reception's great, everybody dance with the DJ, but 7 years in, there's different issues.
Yeah. Absolutely. Okay, so if you could go back in time and change anything, would you do anything differently?
It's really great to, you know, if we could do that, like look back and say, oh, I wouldn't have gone here or I wouldn't have gone there. But then if I didn't do those things, if I didn't make the mistakes that I made, then I wouldn't learn the lessons, so then maybe I wouldn't be who I am right now. But the one piece of advice that I think, like when someone says, what would you tell your younger self? I would tell myself to trust me more, because there were times when my gut said, this is not what we should do. And I let the fact that I was the most junior person in the room not have me speak up, because you think, well, he's done this for 15 years and she's been in this industry for 12 and I'm still learning this whole thing, so maybe they know what they're talking about, but I don't know, it doesn't sound like, I don't know, it's a little, all right, but I'll trust them, you know, and then it doesn't work out and it is what you thought and your gut was right. So I would tell myself to listen to my gut and at least voice it, because sometimes you're in a situation, you have business partners, you have a board, and a decision might be made that you don't agree with. But if you at least spoke up and said, okay, I know how you guys feel, I know where the vote's going, but I just need to say this. You at least have that. when everything's said, all said and done.
Opening up a dialogue about it.
Absolutely. Just speak your mind and know that you know your business better than anyone else. But that has to be balanced with listening, because there are times, like with social media, that they were right and I was wrong. Yeah.
So now, what is the one thing, or as many things as you want, that you're most proud of Carol's daughter? Your mom must be so proud of you.
I am most proud of having the courage to launch into Target when everyone around me was telling me, I don't know, you're kind of betting the farm, what if this doesn't work? And I knew it was what we had to do. I hoped that it would be successful. I felt it would be successful, but regardless, I knew that I couldn't sit still and not do it, because I could see where the business was going on the other side, and if I didn't do something different, I might not have lost it last year or, you know, now, but maybe by 2016 that could have been it, you know. So I knew I had to do something to change things, and I felt better taking the risk and knowing that I tried than if I had done nothing and just let things happen. And to go through it and go through the fight to make it happen, and the juggling and everything, it sort of renewed that entrepreneurial spirit in me and brought it back to where it was in the beginning. And there was something enjoyable about taking this huge risk. It's like, it's really weird, because I'm not a thrill seeker kind of person, but there was something empowering about that, you know, flying without the safety net and just trusting that my wings were going to work and they were going to keep me up there. And then, you know, to have come through it successfully and then for it to lead to an acquisition, I'm so proud of that, and so proud of myself for sticking to my guns and having the resolve to see it through, and so grateful for the team that I have that, you know, helped to make it happen, because it's definitely not something that I did by myself. But, yeah, I will never ever forget that experience. It was glorious, frightening but glorious.
Yeah. But it was in your gut. You knew it in your gut. You trusted your gut.
I knew that I had to do it, and yeah, I was not going to listen to the naysayers, and I was not going to let fear decide my destiny.
That's awesome. It's great.
Thank you. Thank you.